AskReddit by that sports game guy. What is the greatest film trilogy of all time? I feel like OP is baiting Star Wars fans and lot of fans into a fight. It's really too bad The Godfather was only 2 movies. The increasingly inaccurately named Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy trilogy. My favorite thing about Hitchhiker's Guide is that it's been a book, radio play, TV show, movie, video game, and in every instance Douglas Adams changed the story a little bit, so there isn't any canon. Home Alone. Home Alone 2. The Good Son. The Good Son straight fucked me up. I was probably a little too young when I saw it, but it's a movie I can clearly recall years later. Macaulay Culkin acted the hell out of that movie. Great Scott. Ronald Reagan? The actor exclamation point. 28 days, 28 days later, and 28 weeks later. I'm still trying to figure out how Sandra Bullock caused the rage virus, but after watching Speed 2, I think I have an idea. 28 months later. One day we will get it. Planes. Trains. And automobiles. The Thanksgiving movie. The Evil Dead trilogy fucking slaps. Groovy. Cornetto trilogy. The Greater Good. Before Sunrise. Before Sunset. Before Midnight. Before Sunset will always be my favorite romance film. Blade trilogy. Blade. Sling Blade. Blade Runner. MMHMM. Back to the Future is a good contender. Agreed. Dollars trilogy. A fistful of dollars, for a few dollars more in the good, the bad and the ugly. You never had a rope around your neck? Well, I'm going to tell you something. When that rope starts to pull tight, you can feel the devil bite your ass. The Desperado trilogy is great. El Mariachi. Desperado. Once Upon a Time in Mexico. This trilogy doesn't get enough love. Once Upon a Time in Mexico is a lot better than what many give it credit for. Come on, where else can you get a line like "Are you a Mexican or a Mexicant?" 3 colors. Cinematography in blue is like best of all time emo. Just the opening scene with the street lights on the windshield or the pool scenes have stuck in my mind for a long time. Indiana Jones is up there emo. If only they'd stopped at 3. Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, The World's End. Rush Hour. I can't believe this is so low. Austin Powers. Allow myself to introduce myself. Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness. Maybe not the best but the most fun. And if anyone's a problem, this is my boomstick. The original Pink Panther series with Peter Sellers. There were like 5 or 6 of them. The Vengeance trilogy. Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance. Old Boy. Lady Vengeance. It's all kinds of fucked up, but man, they are good movies. Wow, I feel dumb. I love Old Boy, but I didn't even realize it was part of a trilogy. I gotta watch the other 2 now. The Bone trilogy. Sleeper Pique. The original Aliens trilogy. That was a long scroll before I found this one. Ernest Goes to Camp. Ernest Goes to Jail. The Importance of Being Earnest. I'm upset Ernest Scared Stupid, the best Ernest movie, was not included. How to Train Your Dragon. Poor dad, still traumatized by that. Toy Story. You can't deny how solid each of those films are. Die Hard 1-3. Pair all to get back to work. Fistful of Dollars. For a few dollars more. The Good, the Bad and the Ugly. Kung Fu Panda. While I enjoyed the first one, I did not expect to be moved to tears in the second one. The remake of Planet of the Apes. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes is by far the best of 3 films, also I think they are one of the best remakes I've seen so far. Edit, thank you for the tokens and highlighting my comment. Hell yes, came here looking for these. Just rewatched them a month or 2 ago and they hold up so well. The second in particular is really like nothing else when it comes to big budget filmmaking. And E-Circus deserved an Oscar nomination at least. The great underrated sci-fi trilogy of our time.